This is the Just Steph Show, and I'm your host, Steph Palermo, your Italian Boston girl who's an empath, healer, and all-around seeker of wisdom. Tune in weekly for advice on how to live your best life at work, home, or play so you can feel groovy every day.
Hi, I'm Steph Palermo, and I am a highly intuitive empath. I'm also a speaker, author, and talk show host. I'm so excited to work with clients and help them to align with their purpose. These are the things I bring in all my talks and on my Facebook Lives and in my videos. But I want to work with you personally to help you align with your purpose, walk in your zone, and feel groovy every day. If you're really serious about transforming your life, but just don't know what the next step is, if you're feeling like other people's opinions of you are weighing you down, if you're aligned incorrectly and not with the right people and it's not working for you, if you're not in the right job, if you're not where you want to be, but you know something better is for you, you need to contact me. I can help you to that next step. Find out all you need to find out about me at www.juststeph.com, and then reach out to me at steph@juststeph.com, and I can come and help you. Either we can do it virtually or in person, and I can help you get to that next step and to live your purpose-driven life.
Hey, I'm Mike Marino, and I'm making America Italian again, and you're listening to me on the Just Steph Show.
All right, this is Steph Palermo, and it's the Just Steph Show. Everybody has two lives. The second one begins when you realize you only have one. We are second lifers. We're empty nesters, newly single, and those starting over age 3. Your healthy, happy, hip years are just beginning. And we are live today from Boston, actually right outside of Boston at DNA Realty Group. These are my favorite guys right here. Arthur and David. Yeah. I read it backwards. Arthur and David.
That's right.
We're here. We're going to chat about a bunch of stuff today. So we have.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
So many cameras and microphones.
I know. This is high tech.
This is how it should be done.
I know. This
Make
is
sure you check out this book.
That's right.
The Only Way Is Up, written by this person.
Check out the
That's
back
right.
cover.
That's
Signed
right.
for us.
Signed.
So today is National Wine and Cheese Day.
Is it really?
Yeah, and it's also
How come we don't have wine or cheese right now?
We have
What's
nothing.
happening?
We got water.
We got coffee.
Wow, nice.
You got coffee.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, you got water.
I
You're
got
the
water.
healthiest.
Well, you know what? I've actually been doing isogenics.
Oh,
That's
no.
really good. I
Yeah.
did it.
That's
a
all
little
the
bit.
protein shakes and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
you know what?
yeah.
Here's the deal. In the last 2 years, I probably put on 20 pounds just having fun.
Yeah.
And so I've been kind of fooling around with the isogenics, but like got real serious 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
How are your 2-week
It's
progress?
good. You know what? I'm not a scale person because it makes me depressed. So, but
Yeah.
I feel really good.
You
That's
feel
cool.
good
I feel
inside.
great, and that's what I
That's
care
what
about.
matters.
So
If it
I just
feels
need my clothes to
good,
fit.
if it feels good, they say you got to do it.
Right.
You got to keep doing it.
No, I feel good, and I haven't been drinking.
You have not?
Mm-mm.
Damn.
No. So
Won't
That's
comment
good.
on that.
I know. You know, and it's just for a little bit.
Okay.
Just so I
No,
can,
drinking's bad.
Okay.
Kills brain cells.
Don't
Yeah,
hang
it
out
does.
with this guy. If
It
you
And
does.
have
coffee's
to.
bad too. Actually, everything's bad.
I know. No.
Drink water and eat green veggies.
I know. That's
And
it.
you'll feel like,
Well, you'd be skinny too.
oh, so
You need
skinny.
protein. You need some protein.
Yeah.
So
eat
I'm
some
having a
protein.
great time being here in Boston. I'm like coming up on 6 weeks being here.
Yeah.
I'm
Woo!
loving it. I'm
Boston,
having
greatest
so much
city in the
fun.
world.
Yeah.
When we first met you, were you,
She was still in Atlanta, commuting back and forth.
I'm doing that now.
you're doing it now?
Yeah, but I
6 weeks, like you're living here. You're
Right.
starting to get like settled.
it's very easy for me to settle into
So
Boston.
let me ask you a question. You lived in Atlanta for how long?
25 years.
Were you originally from Boston?
I'm from Medford.
Meffa.
I'm a Meffa girl.
Ah,
So now that you're back, what do you like better, Atlanta or Boston?
Well, listen,
Yeah.
you have to understand, I love Boston because it's my home.
Yeah, woo!
But
don't say anything else.
Yeah,
I know.
that's all we need to say.
I'm
What-
still living, my primary residence is in Atlanta, but I'm working between both places, and I have a place here, I have a residence here as well, so
So Boston's
it's not really
better.
my residence, but
Ah,
Pretty good.
okay.
It's a pretty good
We get it. We get it. We
We
get
get
it. That's cool.
Hey everybody, this is Marco Paulos with Fat Cat Swinger Louis Prima Jr., also known as Marco on Sax, and you're listening to the Just Steph Show.
So listen, I wanted to talk about something that I struggle with in my own work, and it's sales. And I know that you guys have sort of got you're holding the reins on sales. And I wanted
Yes.
to talk about how your positivity, because I think that you guys are both really fun and upbeat and positive, and how does that, how does that help you with your sales, and what are some good sales tips for those of us who have our own business or maybe who are starting out in sales?
That's really good. Do you want to start, or you want me to handle this one?
You can. I want to hear what this kid has to say.
So I think people have a negative connotation of sales because of the word, right? Like some words just naturally bring out the negative connotation. But I think, first of all, everything is a sale, right? Like you sold us on how to be on your podcast. It might have been the easiest sale you ever made, but you still have to do it, right?
You guys want
So
to
you
be on my
just-
show?
yeah. So you just ask. So I think everything is a sale, but you really get good at it when, number one, you care about the consumer and the client, and number two, you know that you're the best, or your product or service is the best out there, and if they don't get yours, they might get somebody else's who's not going to care as deeply about the consumer as you are.
Right.
And when you think of it from that point of view, you're really not selling. You're just offering what you think is the best product or service to the consumer.
Right.
And the more people that know about it, the more people you can help. And the less people that know about it, the less people you can help. And in our business specifically, we've had situations where maybe, at least me personally, where I didn't sell as hard or I wasn't as aggressive, and then the client gets screwed at the end because they picked the wrong agent, they get the least money for their house, they don't buy a house, so all these things. Plus, when you buy a house from DNA Realty Group, specifically talking about real estate, we've kind of made it a community.
Right.
So when you use us, you become a member of this community, right?
Right. You're a part of the tribe.
You're a part of the
DNA
tribe.
The
Tribe.
DNA tribe.
Oh,
Well, if I don't
yeah.
buy a house, though, can I still be in the tribe?
Yeah, your
Yeah,
grandfather
your
did.
grandfather did.
You might be the only one
The
since
only
you
one.
asked live on
We'll do
camera.
a one pass.
Yeah.
Ever.
Good thing.
This will be it.
Yeah, like behind the doors though, like you don't want to see what happens. So this is good. This is live. We'll be like, yeah, we're gonna be hospitable.
All right. I don't know. Let me answer that because I'm done with this guy. So I think that sales, there's sales, like in the beginning, you're a salesperson. In the end, like say a veteran salesperson knows a lot more, like scientifically things to do that, make people react a certain way. But everybody's on a different scale, right? Like some people are really good, some people are not that good. But I think like true sales is you're caring for people, you're giving them a good product, you care about people, and if you care about people and you send it out with good vibes into the universe, you're not out to do ill harm, right? You're trying to help. Like look at all the stuff you're doing. You're trying to help, like with your own energy and your own dime. And I think people will respond to that. But the thing is, you gotta understand, you can't help everybody.
Right.
Like you can't help everybody.
No.
I can't help everybody. But
I
yet
can
what
help everybody.
He can. This guy, God sent. But there are people that only you can help.
Right. Your ideal client.
If
Right.
anyone in the world, right? So like by you becoming better, there are certain people that will hear the message or need you, right?
Right.
And those are the people we try to help. So I think you can't help everyone.
Yeah, and your vibe attracts your tribe, so you just do the best you can do.
Right. So that positivity. You ever meet salespeople that are just not happy? And I'm going.
So many.
I mean, how does that happen?
I think you can make money in sales whether you're a negative person or not a negative person. But it's just like living your life, right? You can be successful and be negative, or you can be successful and be positive.
Right.
One doesn't have a thing to do with the other.
But don't you think? I don't know if I mean, maybe
Yeah,
I'm
you
wrong.
can disagree with him.
I
Tell him no,
disagree.
you're wrong.
Well, no, I think that you're right in the sense that there are people that are not so nice that are very successful.
Right.
They're out there, and I'm like, how did that person make it to the top? But I think because they were determined to get what they were going to get is why but they don't make any. Are they really living
true to who they are and their core, what they're.
Probably not.
You know, because don't you think there's a connection to the universe?
I think
It's
that
Oh yeah, 100%.
the more positive and the more upbeat you are, the more you will attract success and good things into your life. I also think there is rare occasions, or maybe not rare, like people that are just mean and rude, and they seem to be successful, but the thing is, once you really get to know people, one is you don't know where they came from or how they got there. Like somebody could have gave them $1 million, they could have inherited. Because that mean person is not going to be like, hey, I hit the lottery, right?
Right,
So usually you don't know what's going on, and two is you don't know how miserable they are,
right.
right? So it's like you got all this money. One, we don't know how you got it, and two, if you're miserable, you're really not successful.
Right.
So I do think there's a correlation of like the happier, the more upbeat you are, the more people you help, the more successful you'll be. Actually, one of our clients, a good friend of ours, actually called us up, and her daughter needed to sell a house, and she was like, I'm using you guys because you're so much fun, you're always upbeat, and just like, it's fun to do business with you.
Right, right. I just think that you're not living true to your connection to yourself and the universe when you cut yourself off from everybody else by not being
Right.
so nice or not being approachable
Or being an a-hole.
there
Yeah.
you go.
So be nice.
So be nice.
I know.
I think it has a lot to do with it. I mean, it's just a choice of the way you live your life. You know what I mean?
Plus, most people that are nice are happier, and they live longer.
Absolutely. Well, that stress causes it takes more energy to be negative, unhappy, angry, frown than it does to be positive and upbeat.
Really?
It takes more energy, and the clenching that you have inside of you actually can cause cancer.
What about this?
I believe that.
We were just at a seminar, it was real estate related, or maybe not. It was this lady, Diana Kokoska, she's like a genius. She's been like Entrepreneur of the Year, like Woman of the Year, won all these awards. And one of the things she said is when you have a negative, this is like scientifically proven, so I'll say it in my own words. When you have like a negative emotion in your body releases it. It's like it goes through and it releases this chemical and it stays in your body for 3 days. So if like you're angry or you're pissed off, whatever that negative emotion is, it actually stays in your body for like 3 days. So we have to be so careful about how we're feeling.
And then in turn, that's what you'll attract. And sometimes it'll perpetuate.
Spiral. It's like a spiral, right?
Yeah, it'll perpetuate.
Have you ever heard of the Zig Ziglar quote?
Wait, I did, but I heard of it. So what is it?
Motivation doesn't last, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily.
Boom!
And that's kind of how it is, you know. I think there's a lot of people, like we went to the Tony Robbins seminar, and we do seminars all the time, like learning for ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think like some people go, I know people that went one time and they're like, that stuff doesn't work, that guy's a fraud. Well, yeah, it doesn't work, but if you took a shower one time, you'd be stinky for the rest of the year, right? So I think like you can't just do a motivational seminar or a motivational thing one time. It's a lifestyle choice.
Right, it is a lifestyle.
Every day.
Feeling groovy is a lifestyle, and it's actually, I'm going to be putting out, this is a good way to, little plug for
Feeling
me.
groovy is a
Feeling
lifestyle.
groovy is a lifestyle, and I am actually going to be offering Steph's 10 Feel Groovy to-dos.
No way.
And it's going to be coming out when you subscribe to my newsletter. You'll get a free download of it.
I'm gonna subscribe right now. Can I go to the boxing thing with you?
Yeah!
Oh yeah, I
Oh
want
my
to do
God!
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steph, can you give us a sample of the 10 groovy things? Like, give us a nugget.
Give us
one groovy thing.
I know. Well, the last thing I said in I'm going to say the last one because I think it's the best is to laugh.
To laugh.
To laugh.
Laughing is the best
Medicine.
oh my gosh.
Medicine.
So this is so funny. Last night I got home. I was out with my mom, and I got home and I was.
I love your mom. Hi, Mom.
She is the best.
Hi, Mom.
So my mom's the best. So I got home and so my boyfriend was at home and I just was telling him some funny things and we were cracking up for like 2 hours. Just laughing.
Funny.
I was telling him, I'm like, oh, I think I'm losing weight. And he's like, yeah, you look good now. Now don't be stupid. He said funny stuff like we were laughing. And it just actually really, it changed my whole feeling. Like I was feeling good anyway, but I felt even better.
Right.
Like I feel
that's
even
cool.
better about him, and I love that. So I think laughing is such an important. There are some people that are in a place that can't even smile,
Medicine.
and I understand that, and I don't want to, you know.
I used to be one of those people, you know. I think I heard a story. Not I think. I know I heard a story. There was a lady who did. You know, you hear these stories all the time. She was having cancer, and the doctor's like, "Dude, you're not gonna make it." Essentially. So what she did was basically lock herself in her house and started watching funny comedies, like romantic comedies, and like within a time frame, it must have been a little less than a year, no more cancer cells.
Louise
But she
hated
also
that.
had a mindset. Oh, I love Louise Hay.
Louise hated
She's
that.
the
She had terminal cancer, and she opted to not do any drugs or treatment,
Yep,
and she turned her world around with positive affirmations and her life of abuse and negativity.
She's
and she turned it.
awesome. Rest in
So,
peace to
yeah,
her.
yeah,
She was an
yes,
awesome
yes,
person.
R.I.P. She's her stuff is great. So I mean that's really actually
She writes a lot of books, right?
she does write books, and she has a lot of. You can listen to her stuff on YouTube.
What's her best book or most famous book?
I don't even know.
I don't know,
I
but
listen to her stuff on YouTube. That's
but
why.
I'll tell you what,
I
one
listen to
thing
the
I learned
affirmations.
that I like, obviously, she has this exercise where you have to look in the mirror and you tell
you
yourself
love this.
positive things. So I'll be like, I love you, sweet man.
I went to his house and I've seen him do it. He's not lying. I've called him and he's like,
You
I
gotta-
love you. I'm like,
you
who are you
gotta
talking
love
to? He's like,
yourself.
me. Talking to myself. I love myself. Oh, yeah.
You gotta love yourself. I
Oh my
believe it.
gosh! All right, so I want to move on a little bit because I want to.
Yeah, because we're
Turn
gonna
into a party,
digress,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
you kind of keep
Yeah, you
this
gotta
train
keep us
going.
I know we
boom.
can because we can talk about this forever. I love
4
it.
hours later.
Yeah, it's a great. It's a great conversation. It really is. But I wanted to talk a little bit how do you guys actually really attract clients? Like what are you doing? Are you doing all the kinds of things on social media? What are you doing? Are you everywhere? Because
Well-
I think you're everywhere.
Can I
We
answer
are
first?
everywhere.
We've been in business for 10 years,
Right.
you know, so obviously 10 years into any business, you just have business, virtue
Right.
of longevity, and like doing good business. But the way we attract clients is A, we work hard, and B, I mean, we have a lot of people that trust us, like us, know us, and we're friends with.
Right. There's a lot of word of mouth too, I would guess.
A lot.
Like
but-
when I
but-
did that on Facebook.
A lot, yeah, but a lot of people know us. Like we have a lot of friends. Our circle is like incredible.
That's nice.
You know, like every time we go do something, I say in my own head, I'm like, I can't believe the friends we have. Like they're all amazing. You know, so I think our circle's good and we work hard.
I love that because I think that when you have a good tribe, a good circle of friends, supportive, uplifting, you know, not working hard to tear you down, you know, because do you feel like you've walked away from some of that?
I was just gonna say, we canceled a couple people last year, like out of our world. We actually done business with them, and they were so negative. I'm not gonna go into details,
No,
but
don't.
it just was not the way we would treat people, the way this particular person was treating people. And right after the business closed, we said we don't want to do business with them or their friends and family.
Right.
So yes, we have, because that, you know, a negative person in your circle is like a disease in your body. You got to get rid of it.
Right.
You know.
And sometimes it's hard, you know, to
It's
walk
really
away,
hard.
especially if they're close or
Oh,
sometimes
it's
you have to
really,
do it with family.
really hard. It's so hard.
Sometimes you have to walk
It's
away
true.
from family that is toxic.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing I've
Or
ever
maybe
had
just
to
put
do.
arm's length a little bit.
Yeah, it's really, really hard. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You either the only way is up, and
That's
some
right.
people want to hold you down.
The
You gotta
only way
get
is
rid of
up.
them.
Well, that's what happens. You remember in Godfather 3, he goes, just when I get out, they pull me back in.
Oh yeah.
You know, the thing is when you're getting healthy and when you're making changes,
Yeah.
those people around you that are not used to that, actually feel bad about themselves
Right.
and want you. They're not used to you being like that.
Yep.
I think that happened. That happened in my marriage.
That happened to me and my brother, and I told him, if you don't become more positive, I'm leaving your life.
He's still gonna,
So he had to change.
this
You're
guy's still
welcome.
sticking around. He's dragging me down like. No, I think that's
He's
true.
speechless.
He's dragging me down. I'm leaving.
Oh my
This is
God.
good self-awareness.
Yeah, there it
I
is.
have to change my
There it
circle. You're out of it.
Oh my God. No, I definitely. But do you feel like you guys are at the tipping point yet?
What do you mean by
Like
that?
that place where it's like just.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think most people in business or anything they start doing give up way too soon, right? And if you look at the statistics, most of the times it takes much longer than they expect to. We've been working hard for, like he said, 10 years.
Right.
And like the last couple of years, our business has been exploding and exploding and exploding. And it looks like we're doing a lot of the things right and like it's like an overnight success. But we've been working this hard since day one. And
Right.
the results were just not there. Like I know hundreds and hundreds of people that quit in real estate and in different businesses. They've had like 5 careers in that same
Right.
time period.
Well, 10 years ago was 2008.
yeah.
So that was-
2009 is when we got into the business. Our first year, we only sold one house.
Right. Well, because it's bad. It was bad time.
And we were new, right?
Right.
So we could have quit because
Yeah.
what you get paid on one house is not enough to
Last
feed it.
year.
You know what I
The
mean?
family. Yeah.
So.
So
At
we
least
were
not
we
here.
were
At least not
outside.
here in Andover.
Yeah. Now we got it made. You know, I got my feet up on a yacht every other weekend. So
His tan.
yeah, I'm tan.
His hair's
Look at
long.
this.
You're looking good.
I'm feeling great. Nice. But everything that I thought would happen year 1 is happening year 10.
Okay, so
Is that crazy?
so you visualized it. That's you sort of manifested it. That's
Yeah.
by your vision. Like this is what we're gonna do.
We had an intention to be where we are. You
So
know,
and what's next?
to go further.
Right, just be bigger.
Further, faster.
I think the bigger you get, it gets to the point, at some point it gets to the point, and this is just my theory, I think, it gets to the point where, you know, after a certain amount of money, you can do pretty much anything there is to do in the world, right? And it's not that much money. But I think after a while, you have to, you know, if the world gave you the opportunity to grow and make money and be successful, you're doing that so you can help more people,
Right.
you know?
I love that.
So.
Hi, I'm Art Eckman, and you're listening to the Just Steph Show.
If the blessings are being sent through me, then it's not for no reason, right? The universe wouldn't just send that to anyone.
I agree, and that's what Jen Sincero. If you've read any of her, she has.
What's her name?
Jen Sincero, and she writes the Badass book. So you're a badass at making money, and that's exactly what she says. Like you love money because it helps you to be the best person you can be and to give back.
Right.
So there's a lot of that in there, and people, want to say, oh, well, if you have money, you're this, you're that, but no, you can do more things.
Right.
You could do more things.
Especially
Money's
if you
good
have
for the
that
good
heart.
it can do, you know?
If you have that
Money
heart,
is good for the good it can do.
I agree. So the Boston market is rough.
Bananas.
Yeah, crazy. It's a
So
zoo out
awesome.
here. I mean, we were actually on Channel 7 a year or so ago, maybe it was a couple now, and we were talking about how the real estate in Boston has nearly doubled since when we started in
Right.
2009.
Yep.
Which is crazy because we know for sure that for most people their incomes didn't double, so the
Right.
market is just so
People are
so
outbidding.
high.
Like I tried to buy a 2-family in Melrose
Yeah.
last year,
Yep.
just for investment.
Yep.
To have, I did like one of those clauses where I'd keep going up.
escalation
As,
clause.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
so I went 30 grand over asking and was outbid by 7 people.
Yeah.
No way.
And it was a house that it had the old
it
tubing.
needed work, yeah.
Oh, it had the old
Old
wire.
oven too.
Oh, people
Wow, that's
don't care,
crazy,
you know?
yeah. And this
Values
market's
are
crazy. And the reason is because I was actually reading an article on this last night. Some of the issues with the Boston zoning where they're not letting you build, like developers are having a hard time building like multi-families. And there's a lot of single-family zoning, which becomes an issue because it's like a supply and demand issue.
Right.
There's just not enough inventory. And people that sell don't know where they're going to go, so they're not selling. They're not putting their houses on the market, and there's so many buyers coming into the market every day.
Right.
I'm like, how do you have that kind of money? I mean, the money is just huge. Because I just know because of it being in Atlanta, you could get so much more.
So much more.
Like if you saw, my townhouse is so cute, it's 2,700 square feet, it's 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths,
Yeah, wow.
it's lovely.
That's $1 million right here.
Yeah,
It's probably more than $1 million in Boston.
Yeah,
Right.
easily.
it's just, and it's huge, I mean,
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I think I could probably maybe get 600 for it, maybe,
600?
maybe.
No way.
maybe.
Bring that thing over here. We'll
Yeah,
sell
we'll
it.
sell
I
for
am, I'm gonna put it in the back of
1.6.
I'm gonna drag it.
Put it on a truck.
Yeah.
Bring it to Boston.
I know, and where would you, and like then where do you put the, you know, I mean, where's the land? There's like not so much land, you have to
Oh,
go
there's no
further out.
land. To get land in the city, you gotta have big connections, right? Because it costs so much. So as an individual person, you're probably not buying land, you know?
Right.
But, if you want land, you gotta go further out, you know?
Right. I know, it's crazy. It's such a crazy market. I mean, people are outbidding. I mean, a house that needs so much work is going way over. It's like crazy.
Yeah. You know, like, I
Crazy.
think it's a lot, Boston's a thriving city. We have the best
Yeah.
schools, the best everything, right?
Harvard, MIT,
That's food.
Hospitals,
Suffolk.
food, like,
MGH.
people. That's-
Yeah, true.
and people
that's
are
true.
great everywhere, but
Right.
Bostonians,
Are the greatest people.
The greatest.
I concur.
What about sports? We got the Patriots, the Celtics,
and I
the
think
Remember
Red
Tom
Sox,
Brady?
Tom
Tom
Brady.
hi Tom.
What don't
A
we
lot
have?
of people are coming into the city because of the jobs that there are here, so the population is increasing.
Right.
And the housing isn't increasing fast enough, so that's why there's so many bidding wars, especially here.
And every time I meet people, there's a lot of students that come in here for grad school and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and undergrad, and they love the city so much
They stay.
Yeah, they stay.
Well, Boston is second in innovation to Silicon Valley.
What? I didn't know that. No way.
Yes.
Is that because of DNA Realty Group?
It is.
We're innovating every day.
Yes.
We're gonna take Silicon Valley out.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they're out.
I got this app I'm working on. It's gonna change the world.
No, because of all the brainiacs that come in, they're at MIT and Harvard,
Yeah.
and they're staying.
They're staying.
EU, you know,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
it's just amazing.
Shots fired at Silicon Valley. What's up?
Oh my God.
Okay, tell this guy to calm down.
I think Boston's gonna be #1 in innovation
I
probably
think
in
so.
the next 5 years.
I think so. Well, I mean, just coming back and working here in Boston, I love it. I'm very impressed. I'm impressed with actually the younger ladies that I've met, like that are.
Arthur's impressed with
Where-
the young
Yeah.
ladies too.
Well,
where
I
are
mean,
these younger ladies that we're talking
well,
about?
you might want to join Boston Businesswomen.
Alright.
But, you know,
okay.
I've got to meet some, you know, very young, entrepreneurial, successful businesswomen that could be my kids.
Which is awesome.
You know, my son is 26, and
Yep.
some of these ladies are like 25, 26, 30 years
Just
old,
doing
and
big
they're
things.
doing huge stuff.
That's
And
really cool.
and I think, and Mayor Marty Walsh is very much behind women entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
and he does the I Fund Women and all of that stuff. And
It's
so,
a huge, huge group.
and I'll be honest with you, and not to knock Atlanta, but I tried to reach out to the Atlanta mayor
Yeah.
and ask her to come talk to me on my show about what she was gonna do with women entrepreneurs, and she never even
No
responded.
show?
No, not
No
even,
call, no
not
show.
even, nothing. Mayor Marty Walsh's office got back to me.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, we'll
Okay.
call Marty Walsh right now.
Is he
Let's
coming
get
on
him
the
on
show?
Get him on. I know, I just couldn't get him on, but, you know, cause he was all booked up,
We'll
but
get him on.
Yeah.
Book 'em a
I'll
year
make
in
a couple
advance.
calls.
I should.
Yeah.
You gonna make a couple calls?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But I really like what he's doing, but I couldn't get anybody in Atlanta.
How come? I wonder why. Do you
It's
know
an
anything?
old boy network down there.
It's
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if they don't like Yankees.
yeah. I mean,
ATL.
Yeah, you know,
we'll
it's
have
okay.
to go to Atlanta and see what's going on.
Yeah.
down
It's
there.
fun though.
Yeah, I heard.
It's a fun.
I've never been there, but I want to go.
We went there one time on we stopped there to get on the plane, so we didn't. we
Okay.
touched
So
down
I've
in
never
Atlanta.
been there, but
Well, you've been in Atlanta
to
airport.
experience the city. I've been to Atlanta
Wow.
airport.
If you guys come there, we'll go out. I'll take you to all the best places.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
It's all
go.
fun.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Totally. You guys will love it. So fun.
All right, let's
So-
book the trip.
Yeah, that's it.
Book
So, who else is coming to Atlanta from Boston? The only one I can get to come down there is my boyfriend.
All right, boy, row.
Well, I bet we could
feeling
get
like-
Marty Walsh to come.
Oh
with us.
yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll get Marty to talk to the other mayor. Be like, what the hell is
Yeah.
this?
She's
gotta-
awful. She didn't get back to like I messaged her so many times. Even the governor's office got back to me.
Wow.
Wow, maybe
But
she's
not-
busy making things happen
Well,
over
I
there.
don't know.
Moving and shaking
Maybe
is
she's
something.
confused or something.
Yeah.
I
Who
don't know.
knows? Who knows?
Whatever. I
We'll
just
have
thought it
to
was
wait for the next mayor
thought-
of Atlanta.
Well, I thought it was a good thing to talk about. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
you
it
know.
sounds like it.
Oh wow.
Oh
Well, we'll just see. All right, so we're gonna move on. I wanted to talk about with you guys because I know you do a lot of charity work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff are you doing with your business and how's that working? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so what most people don't know is every time we sell a house, we actually give to Keller Williams Cares, and it's a nonprofit specifically to give back to local agents in our market and internationally.
Like
So-
when there was the flood in New Orleans,
Yeah.
we gave a lot of money to that. You know, like anything,
Yeah.
any big thing.
Any hardships, like some people lose their,
Yeah.
husbands, their wives, their
We get,
family,
yeah,
their
personal.
kids. And sometimes it's a 100% commission business. So sometimes if somebody has a tragic event, they literally can't eat. So that's what the organization does. So we do that on every check. I think 2 years in a row we've done the Emmaus bike ride, which is we've raised money for a homeless shelter. It's called Emmaus right here in
I actually looked it up.
Emmaus, like EMMAUS.
EMMAUS. Emmaus.
That's the road to Emmaus. You know what that story is, right?
No.
No, tell us.
Okay.
Wow. What is
Yeah,
that?
now we're
Wow,
gonna
the
learn
road-
The event raised.
over $135,000.
No, I looked it up this morning. 139,000.
Wow.
So here's the story about the Emmaus Road.
No way. I
Yes.
want to
It
hear
I
is
it.
from
wanted
the
to hear
Bible.
the story too.
No, I
Really?
know, because every time I Google to log into my thing, it takes me to like a Bible story. But I
Well, what
never
it
read
is that
This is gonna
you know,
be great.
after Jesus
We should know
after
this.
Jesus,
This is kind of
okay.
sad. We don't
So
know.
now I'm going to tell you this, and
Yeah.
you can bring this. You can tell your family or whatever.
Yeah.
When after Jesus died and he rose from the dead,
Yeah.
there was like all these scuttlebutt and two of the disciples were walking the road to Emmaus, and as they were walking and talking about the events, a stranger came up to them, and it was Jesus, but they didn't recognize him. And he asked them about the events, and he told them, and then he opened the scriptures to them, and then he disappeared. And then they realized it was him, and he said, "Were our hearts not burning when he opened the scriptures to us?"
No
And
way.
they were on their road. They're on the road to Emmaus.
Wow.
So that's what that's about.
That's
so
cool.
that's me and my
That's gonna be cooler now for next year.
yeah.
So
So
we
you're
did.
on the way, and you're doing some great things.
Wow. Well, the Emmaus, this event is a bike ride.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're on the way, baby.
Yeah, so we
Wow,
did. Yeah,
that is
makes
cool.
sense. We did 20 miles for that, and then one of the other things we did, we actually volunteered at the house, the Emmaus house, and you do some
Yeah.
additional charity work too, so you can tell
Yep,
them about
yep.
that.
I do, like I'll cook early mornings every other week at another like house that helps families in need, and sometimes I'll buy the breakfast,
Right.
and it's really, really cool.
That's nice.
It's like stuff we don't post on Facebook.
right.
It's
Right.
good for the soul, and it's not really for like public praise,
Right. It's just for you to do something good.
It's just what, you become better so you can do better and do good things for people. And I feel like if you're in a position to do that, as you grow, you end up doing more and more of it.
Well, and it's kind of nice, and I think that goes along with being successful. When you are successful, you can hire a good team.
Yep.
That can help you out, so that so if you do have a little free time that you want to give to somebody else, you can.
Yeah.
Because you have a team behind you that's,
Supports you,
right, and you get to do some of those things. And I find that even, because I have a very good team that works with me, and it frees me up to do the stuff that I love that I'm, like the writing and this kind of thing and all of that. And,
Yeah.
and
Which
I
is
think-
awesome.
That is
Right,
great.
in
That is-
in some of my Facebook Lives that I do to bring a message of, that's helpful to other people
Yeah.
and how to live a groovy life or be happy and all of that. So I love that you do some of that stuff. I think it's important that you take what take all that success and you do give back.
Yeah, I
Super
think with success that happened. I don't know that I was always like a giver, you know what I
Right.
mean? But I think as time went on and we became more successful, opportunities presented themselves, and I started looking for opportunities because the people I was around, like learning from, were very, very generous. Not just to me, but the way they lived their life.
Right.
Oh, so you're saying some of your maybe
Mentors.
mentors and role models.
They're way more generous than me, and they don't even, like, they probably wouldn't even mention it in any circle. I
Right.
just know because they're my mentors, so I
Right.
hear. But I think there's some people that give so much, and those people, you usually never see their name, and you
Right.
know what I mean? You never know. You never
Right.
know. So it's cool.
Those are the angels.
Those are the angels.
Yeah.
I'm no angel. Maybe that guy.
You're definitely an angel.
I'm your angel?
Somebody's angel.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
God. Maybe Saturday night.
Saturday
This is for
night.
another podcast.
Yeah.
The angel
It's a Saturday
story.
night angel.
The
I got
road
a
to the
question,
angels.
Steph.
Okay.
How does our listeners get a copy of this?
Well, actually,
Is there a
it's on, it's
website
on,
or
yeah, it's
Amazon?
on, it's on Amazon.com.
Nice.
Amazon. It's also
The
you
only way is
you can
up.
get a much less expensive copy if you're on like I'm on iTunes and Kindle for like $1.99. You can get them there.
So
If you
go
can
to
go on
iTunes.
my website too. You can get on my
Which is
website.
what?
There's, you know what? There's nothing like a hard copy of books. I think
I like books.
I
myself.
like books because you can't drive and read. You can't listen. You
Right.
you gotta sit there and you gotta read and you gotta let your mind work.
Right.
And I think that's cool. So make sure you pick up a hard copy, and if you just want to listen, you go check out what.
iTunes.
Well, it's not. No, it's actually. You
Can I
read
do
it.
the reading?
You want to read my book?
Oh yeah.
You want to
The
read?
people to whom we choose to listen may need to be varied. I have found that aligning myself with good, honest friends and mentors who up like that.
Yeah.
Huh?
You want to read that? You want to read
I'll
my
read
book?
the whole book live with my voice.
That's hilarious.
You know?
When I do my next book, you can do that.
I'll be like, this is.
What's the
David
website
Allen.
where they get a copy of this?
JustSteph.com.
JustSteph.com. Pick up yourself a copy of The Only Way Is Up
Yeah,
by
that's
Steph Palermo.
actually that's actually
How did you come up with that title?
Because that's the only
because I
way.
think I was at rock bottom.
You were at rock bottom, and you're like, the only way I'm going
Somebody-
from.
nowhere else to go.
Wow, that's a good title.
That's a good way to come up with it. I couldn't have wanted a better explanation. Wow, no
I'm
way.
like Richard Gere and Officer Nadell. I got nowhere else to go.
The only way is
I want your D. You know.
That's the best.
I want you out, mayonnaise. No.
That's a
That's
great
it.
title.
Yeah,
I like
That is a
it.
that's
good
it.
title.
So yeah, actually, and I actually have a couple of other books that I started that I've got to get into and finish, but I'm really trying to offer some services that would be helpful to people, like one-on-one, and I have written a 12-week online course on how to feel groovy in 12 weeks.
Wow.
That's cool.
So yeah.
And that's all on your website?
That's not there yet.
But
That's
it's
a
gonna be
that's a sneak preview.
That's a sneak peek.
That's a
You
sneak
only
peek.
get it here.
Yeah, that's right, at DNA.
Wow,
That's
look
it.
at that.
So yeah, I don't I haven't put it out there yet.
Cool.
So
That's
That's
cool.
good
Yeah.
stuff you're doing.
So I'm excited about that, and of course, if anybody really does want me to help them at this point, they can always email me at steph@juststeph.com, and we can figure out if we're a good team.
Cool.
to,
I can't wait to read this book.
Yeah,
He's
it's
gonna
funny.
finish
You'll
it
laugh.
tonight.
Yeah, it's an easy book. It's fun. You'll laugh. I have another book that I started. It's called "It's Not Personal, Sonny. It's Strictly Business."
Oh, I
And
like
how
that
to-
title too.
How to run your life, family, and business like
Yeah.
the Sicilians.
Oh wow, I gotta read that.
So yeah, so I actually started that. So because I think there's so many great things that I learned growing up. There's a lot of really bad stuff, but you know, if you can put that aside, like all of life, and take the great things like the loyalty.
Yeah.
You know, like the things they said in the movies, like Papa never talked business at the table.
Yeah.
Like, things like that, or never tell anybody outside the family what you're thinking again.
I tell him all the time. What do you do with the family members that do talk outside the family?
They go through the causeway and get shot up.
He just signed me up for the
Wait till the cameras are off. We'll
They
talk
find a
about
horse
this
in their
some
bed.
more.
This might be my last interview.
I'm gonna be like, Arthur. Goodbye.
No, but in all seriousness, he
He's
tried.
Alfredo.
Hey,
He goes on the lake.
Steph, he tried to have me killed like 3 different times.
Oh my God.
I did.
Legitimately.
I did.
And I get away.
He gets away.
He's like, I show up to work on Monday unscathed, and he just looks at me. Just
You know how
stares at me.
many times I take
I don't
him
even say
hiking
anything.
or bike? I try to do everything.
I know who
This
it
kid's
is.
bulletproof.
Yeah.
You just
No
try to
stopping us.
lose him like Hansel and
I
Gretel.
try to can him. It's
Yeah.
not working.
Oh my God.
It's not working at all.
Anybody, YouTube, whatever platform you're watching this on, if you got a way for me to off this dude, I'm in.
Oh my God.
Good luck.
I can't take it. I knew I was going to be dying this whole time. You guys are nuts. Oh my God. All right. So listen, I've got this dilemma that I wanted to ask you guys about.
Uh-oh, David's a dilemma fixer.
So, well, I
Yeah.
figured you guys can help me with this because I see this so much and I have my own ideas,
Yep.
but I wanted your opinion. Do you guys ever really say, why do people have so much drama in their lives? Like, do you have that, or do you like not have any of that?
The
You
way-
don't see any of that.
Why do I? No, we do. We see it all
You
the
see
time.
it because, like,
Most people are negative.
right. So, like, I don't have any drama in my world. Like, for me.
Yeah.
But there's people around me, and I read this really great article that said, if you have drama in several areas of your life,
Yep.
then the one constant is you. So, like,
Right.
a lot, so it's really how you handle. So what do you think about, I mean, do you guys see that, like, with people and
Oh, all the time.
boyfriends and girlfriends and
All the
all
time.
that family drama?
Yeah,
time.
that's tough. I think some people are legitimately just have drama, and that's who they are. And my challenge was back in the day is I'd want to help everybody, and I'd always give them solutions. But what I learned is some people that have drama and just like to complain and vent, they don't want to hear your solution to their problem. They're not even ready to change. So
Right.
they want to, you just got to let it bounce off you as much as you can. And then number 2 is you have to not get too many of those people around you. Because like you said, if you have too many drama circles around you, then that's going to become your world.
Oh, God.
I think you gotta know how to shut it off and how much energy you're gonna lend to things. Especially now with social media, like you could know what's going on wrong at the other part of the world, but that stuff's been going on wrong all the time. So if you're not fixing it, don't complain about it.
Right.
But there's people that come around that complain, and unfortunately, that quote, "Misery loves company," and if you stay. I'm sorry, can I say the word shit?
Yeah.
If you stay next to shit long enough, it's going to smear on you, right? So, or you're going to stink. So just don't stand next to it. There's plenty of people that come and complain to us, and I think him and I both are very good at saying, like, we cannot be next to that.
Right.
If you're complaining or you're trying to make it better and progressing forward, that's one thing. But if you're complaining to complain, then I can't afford to be around you, because it's easy to go down like the depths of hell.
Right.
But
Yeah.
anyway, I don't care how positive you are, you know what I mean?
Right.
I
Yeah,
heard,
it's easy.
yeah, so you just gotta be really careful.
I know you finally get dragged in. Every single article I found said gossip is a problem, is a big problem with the drama.
It is, yeah.
So I think people should, if you're talking about people, like if you said to me, Steph, I want to talk to you about something that I'm going through, great. But if you said to me, I want to talk about somebody else's problem, I'd be like,
my
yeah.
brother has issues.
Kick him out. He just did what you told him not to.
I'll ask you later.
Do it live.
But
You
no,
just
I mean,
stay away.
yeah, it's ridiculous, and you get what you put out, but every single one's a gossip, and it's so funny. You can ask any of my friends. I don't say anything, and they're like, you know all this stuff, and you don't tell anybody. I'm like, because it's not my story to tell.
Right.
It's when it's not my story to tell, I don't, and plus, I got my own stuff. I don't care about anybody else's.
Yep.
I don't
Everybody
care,
does.
but yeah, so you have to, you don't want to feed into other people's drama.
If somebody's trying to progress forward, helping them is not a problem. But if somebody's just complaining and drama, like without any intention of changing or any visible intention of changing, then what can you do?
Right, you can't. And I think clear, honest communications, even in the risk of losing somebody out of your life, is really the key.
I've had times where I've let go a lot of old friends, and actually I have a little story. One of them not too long ago reached out to me, and I reached back. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And within like the first day, he messaged me something so negative, saying how I changed as a person, that I don't have time, and it's like, what do you think I worked so hard for? And the first thing I did was text my brother, because it bothered me so much,
Right.
because it was somebody from my childhood. And I text him, and I'm like, I'm thinking of going off on this kid. And he's like, hey, is it even worth it?
I know, it's
You're on a different level, And then there's a thing like crabs in a bucket, right? Have you ever heard of that? Like if you try to move up, all the other crabs will pull you down.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah, I agree with that. And sometimes you have to know when to just let it go and not say anything and just let that person go.
Right.
Sometimes they need to
Sometimes
hear
it's
it.
hard, especially.
Sometimes they need to hear
Sometimes
it.
you gotta give him an uppercut.
Yeah,
Ba-boom!
sometimes-
Oh, we let them hear it too, Steph. Trust me. We let them know.
Well, I think sometimes when you are working hard and you are successful and you're getting healthy, you're healthy, inside and out, that makes people uncomfortable.
Because it shows them, it gives them no choice for why they can't be where you are. And that makes people really uncomfortable, because they see sometimes you go from a lower position than they are and go to a higher position, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and that makes them uncomfortable. But the thing is, because they're not willing to put in the work. And I think when you become a better person, people are looking at you and they're going, what the hell? Now I don't have an excuse. Like, I grew up with stuff. Now,
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
that is an uncomfortable feeling, I think.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
We cut those people. What do they say in Italian movies about that?
Break his legs with a
They
bat.
go, goodbye,
Yeah, that's it.
and walk out of the door. And then
Yeah.
a guy like me comes in and takes them,
Gets the bat.
you know?
You get the baseball
You gotta
bat
get
out.
rid of them.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes it's hard, but you do have to walk away. And I think sometimes it's sometimes there's people in our lives that have to be there.
Some people you can't walk, family members, what are you gonna do? Say, don't talk to me anymore?
I tried to tell that to my brother. He just keeps calling me, keeps coming back, keeps showing up to the office. Like, dude, don't talk to me no more. What are you gonna do?
Gives me no time, no attention. What an
Steph,
a-hole.
I got a question for you. Do you have a solution for this situation? How do I get rid of him?
Oh my
He just
God.
keeps coming back. I'm like, dude, I fired this kid like 100 times. He shows up on Monday morning. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Loyalty,
There it
Yeah.
is.
Like, he's like the triple M stickers. He just sticks to you, he doesn't go away.
I think you guys have a formula that cannot be duplicated, and I think you should patent it and trademark it, and because you guys are gonna go bigger
no
and better.
way.
Yes.
Wow, you heard it here
That's
first,
right.
ladies
Yeah,
and
Attorneys
gentlemen.
call me. We gotta make a patent.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I go well
Thank
because I said I got a podcast with the Martiroso brothers. Like I was so excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm like, oh my God! I was telling my mom about you in the car. I was like in the car driving. I missed the street because I was telling my mom about you.
That's right. Hi, Mom.
Oh,
What's your mom's name?
Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Oh my God, she's probably not. She's like, how do I watch that?
That's all right. You could show her that little part. Be like,
Yeah.
look, they said hi.
Yeah, because she goes, how do I put that on? Do I just go to Facebook? You know,
You're like, yes, Mom.
Yeah, Mom.
Just,
Yeah.
it's in your feed. Just
Yeah.
watch it.
She goes, you texted me. I go, no, Mom, that was Facebook. It was for everybody.
You're like, Mom, just push that
The
square.
best is when you like post something and they think you sent it directly to them. My sister does that on Snapchat all the time. She'll like ask me a question or answer something. I'm like, I posted that for everybody. I'm not talking to you.
I know, my mom goes, so-and-so left me a message. I go, no, Mom, she put that for the whole world to see. It's for
That's
everybody.
funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
So, do you guys ever get down to the feast in the North End?
Oh, what? I've been there. The St. Anthony's feast.
Well, I'm gone by that point, but I'll be here for the Madonna della Cava feast.
I know. Been to that.
Wow.
We'll go together.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Let's
Yeah,
do
so
it.
fun.
When is that?
When is that?
Come.
August 10th, 11th, and 12th. I'll be there.
Oh.
10th, 11th, and 12th. The
Yeah.
11th is
I
my
actually
sister's birthday.
just joined the societies, my mom and I.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
No
That's
way.
exciting.
It is.
So now we get all the invites. I'm gonna be eating cannolis like you wouldn't believe. I'll be like, give me that cannoli and that
I don't know.
cannoli. One time we took a trip to New York and there was a feast. I don't know what kind of feast.
Oh, like San
Because
Gennaro.
And
Yeah.
you went like 4 blocks,
And
and there was first of all there was food on it. Both sides. It's New York.
Right.
Food on both sides, like all the way
For
down.
miles.
For miles. Like you got sick of walking.
Right.
But there was, I love cannolis, right? So there were cannolis like every kind, every type, every color, everything. Like cannolis for days.
And he
for
ate them
miles.
all.
And I ate them all.
all the
Oh my God.
cannolis.
You must
I
have been
was
a little
like-
sick.
I was like, screw the diet, screw my brother, screw everyone. I'm eating cannolis.
Oh,
It was the
yeah.
best day of my life. Oh, the best day. It was
haven't
like, it was
taken
like
them
walking
back
into
since.
heaven.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
my-
cannoli heaven. I was like, what?
That's
That's too
hilarious.
It was the best.
That's funny.
So we'll go to this feast, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't be like the New York thing.
It's a little different. It's a little different, but it's still fun.
Yes.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. My name is Steph Palermo, and I was born with Poland syndrome, which is a rare disorder. I am also a motivational speaker, author, and talk show host. I have been invited to speak at the Global Nursing Conference on September 13th of this year, and I have the chance to explain to nurses, doctors, and educators from all over the world on what it's like to live with a rare disorder. I'm so excited for this opportunity, but I need your help. None of this is paid. I'm footing the bill for all of my travel. So anything that you could do to help as a corporate sponsor would be so meaningful to me. Please contact me at steph@juststeph.com if you would be interested in being a corporate sponsor for this event. Please help the world find out about rare disorders. All right, so I want to tell everybody, I know you guys know this,
Yep.
but I want to tell the world, I am headed to Dubai on I'm going September 8th because it takes me 2 days to get there.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm going there
Super
I'm speaking September 13th
Yep.
to the Global Nursing Conference on what it means to live with a rare disorder or disease. And so, because I was born with Poland syndrome,
Yep.
and I've spoken quite a few times about this, but I've got this opportunity to go and tell the world. And basically, they're not paying me, I'm not getting paid, there's no travel expense, nothing. It's all coming out of pocket for me. And what I'd love to do is partner with any business that would like for me to promote them
Yep.
on social media, in my newsletter and on my website. I'll do my newsletter and my website for a year.
Yep.
And also on my slides in Dubai, and in exchange for sponsorship.
That's awesome.
So, and I'm like, at any sponsorship level that you want to give, any company that wants to give and, and have me promote them and do all that, I would love to have you part of the Team JS, Team Just Steph. So I'm very excited about this. I think this is a big deal. They didn't have anything about rare diseases in their lineup.
I think it's a really big deal.
That's huge.
Yeah, well, rare diseases and disorders are like basically a one-liner in the medical journals. They get no attention
At all?
at all.
Huh.
Nothing, and usually, like when I go to the doctor, I mean, even if I go for something like, when I was 50, I had to have a colonoscopy. She goes, oh, what's that again? They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
Imagine that.
But here's the thing, though, about this.
Yep.
I am very blessed and lucky. I'm not sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some stuff that I have to deal with myself because, I spent 52 years using one side of my body, so now, like, my knee blows up and all that kind of stuff. But, whatever. Like, in general, there's really no issues. But there are people with rare diseases that are going undiagnosed, they're going untreated, they're dying, they're very sick, they have pain, chronic pain, constant pain, and they're also children with rare diseases and disorders that are maybe sitting in the backseat of their parents' car watching the playground as they're driving by, and they'll never play with those kids.
That's so
Ever,
sad.
because they're not getting the treatment. There's no money, because there's like 7 people in the world that have been diagnosed with a particular disease, and so there's no money for research, there's no money going into it, so they don't know. It's not like heart disease and cancer, which God bless America, but it's all funded and there's lots of research. But rare diseases and disorders, there are people that are sick
that need help.
And the doctors don't know what to do with them. So it's a chance for me to tell the world. I'll be speaking to nurses, doctors, and healthcare educators in Dubai.
What better stage, right?
And
That's awesome.
I'm very excited because the whole thing's going to be filmed.
Yep.
And so I'll get that, and I'll of course share that with the world once I get back. Dubai is an interesting place.
I always want to go to Dubai.
Me too.
So I'm excited. There's no Skype is outlawed. I found out Skype, FaceTime.
It's
And-
outlawed? They're
outlawed.
like, no.
Why?
You better be careful. Those
I can't do anything.
don't sound like Sicilian rules. I don't know what the hell's going on in Dubai.
No FaceTime.
No FaceTime.
What?
No Skype. No Facebook Live.
No
So-
Facebook
No,
Live?
so I'll be
What the hell's going on over there? in
So
Dubai?
I'll film stuff because
Yeah.
because here's the thing.
That's
Well,
odd.
this is kind
Well,
of
you
exciting.
just film it and then you release
And then
it
when I get
here,
back,
right? Yeah.
So I'll film it because I'm going alone. So but I'm going to be doing some tours with other people from the conference. So I'll be like in a group, and I'm going to do they have like a desert safari.
Yeah.
You can ride a camel and stuff like that. I'm not asking for money for anybody to support my
I'll
fun-
give you money
my
to
fun-
ride a camel.
No, no, you just want to see it. And so, my boyfriend goes, "You're gonna ride a camel?" I go, "Yeah, I'm gonna try it."
One
Why
time I
not?"
brought my kid to something and there was a camel there and he could ride it, but I was too heavy at the time. They go, "Dude, you're gonna kill the camel." Like, how big do you gotta be to not get on a camel? This better have been a baby camel, but the thing was big.
I go,
That's
So I hope it's
So I'm
fun.
gonna do some. I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna film that and be able to share
That's cool.
some of that stuff.
I think it's a cool country.
So-
I feel like a lot of people probably want to visit, and the fact that you get to go there and get to talk, and I think that's cool.
I'm very excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it, and it's going to be. I'm really excited. And
That's
September
exciting.
13th.
I'm speaking
You
September 13th.
only got like a month and a half.
I know. I got to get my talk together. I'm not worried. Well, here's the thing. What I need to pull together more is the statistics on rare diseases, like that. But living with a rare disease, I got that.
How can
I got
somebody
it.
sponsor you, Steph?
They can Steph at juststeph.com. They
And
can
say
just
what?
Email
We want to
me.
sponsor
Or you
the
know what? Here's
Dubai
the deal. Here's my phone
talk.
number. 678-777-5859. You can call me.
Yeah.
And we can set up the best plan for them. This is concierge promotion.
All right.
Whatever.
All right.
Whatever you need,
Cool.
I'll wrap my car.
We're ready. If you wrap your car with DNA logo, I'll pay for the whole thing.
What am I gonna do? Do I have to go back to Atlanta with that car?
You'll never take it. Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh my God.
He wants to be known internationally.
Can I just wear a t-shirt?
I'll put
Expansion.
on the back of on the side of the car somewhere. I'll put like Marty Walsh's face and
Oh
the
my
other person.
I think we were on to
I'll
something.
pay for it.
That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. Well, I think that's what we got for today. What else? Do you have anything else?
I think that was good.
I don't have anything else.
That was
Oh yeah, I
awesome.
do. I
Oh,
do.
no.
Oh, go ahead.
I got 2 things I'm gonna say. This is the moleskin. All right. This is called the moleskin.
Right.
I don't know why, but I guess
Maybe
it's
it's from a
moleskin.
mole.
Yeah, maybe. All right, ready?
Who knows?
First, I got this. I got this. Number 1, 3 things. Happiness is a choice. Do you agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree.
Completely?
Yes.
That's right.
Every day.
Here's number 2. You do all you can do. You go as far as you can go. You get all the results that you can get. And when you can't go any further, you look for help. This help should come in the form of a talented person.
Right here, talented person.
There you go.
You can't just have anyone lift you up, right?
Well, they have to sort of be some beyond you in that area.
Right.
Right.
And here's one. This is a special one. I just wrote this down about how long? Maybe 30 minutes ago. From the book, The Only Way Up. Your true self is your gift to the world. Let it shine. You want to elaborate?
Boom.
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, I can because I talk about this all the time in my workshops and everything. The thing
Yes.
is, what people don't realize is that their amazingness.
Yep.
They first of all they chose it. Choice is free choice, free will is an eternal gift. So
Yep.
you choose it. You
Yep.
choose your role. You choose who you are. You choose your gifts. You choose everything before you get here in time and space. And then the other thing is that you have an amazing connection to the universe, to God or higher power or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it,
Yep.
and you are plugged in, and without you, there's a piece of the puzzle of the universe that is missing,
Right.
and you are the only one that can fit that piece
Right.
in that place. And so without you, the universe is lacking. When you're not tapped into your true gifts and who you are, walking in your zone, living in your, walking in your genius, living in your genius, knowing your gifts, knowing who you are, when you're not doing that, there's, it's a sad day.
It's a sad day.
It's a sad day. So
Sad
know your amazingness.
No, and everybody has something.
Absolutely.
Everyone.
Right? We're all
Everyone's
different. We're all
amazing.
different.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Awesome. That was
That's
fun.
it.
Thanks
Alright,
for
so-
watching.
Okay, so let me ask you guys, where can people find you?
You
Oh,
can't.
find us
Well, you
everywhere.
can. You don't find me, but you can call that guy, and he'll tell you right now.
If you call me, I'll tell you exactly where he is. So, for real estate. Oh, somebody's
What a
calling.
rat!
Hey, somebody's calling me. Hello? Yeah, he's right here.
Oh my God. Dude.
For real estate, you can check us out at www.dna-realty.com. You can also find us on Facebook, same name, DNA Realty Group. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, we're everywhere. And then individually, I'm Arthur.
I'm David. Our last name is Martiroso, Martiroso, and if you put that into any search engine, we pop up everywhere.
And if you can't
Except
find
for
us,
Dubai, maybe.
you definitely can't find us in Dubai.
And you have your networking groups too that you do, right?
Yeah.
We do a lot. Yeah, we do. So we do a lot of different
Yeah.
events, and if you follow us on all our social media, that stuff will come up. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
But to get the private events, you gotta do real estate business with us.
Unless
Except
you're-
for just Steph.
Except for me!
Yeah.
There's one time pass, and you just saw it vanish right
Make
here.
sure you pick up a copy of your book. The only way is
Up. Baby, for me and you now.
I-
The only way is up.
I want to jump in and
Yeah.
sing, but I don't want to ruin the
Yeah,
There
movie.
you
you
go.
messed
Alright,
that
so
up.
guys, so check me out on Facebook, Just Steph, Twitter at Steph Palermo, YouTube, Instagram, and juststeph.com. Next week, I think I'm going to be in Atlanta next week. So
with the mayor.
yeah, I don't know.
The
who I'll
mayor,
be-
call her back.
So anyway, know I love you all. Wishing you love, balance, and peace.
I love you all,
baby.
too.
Love you. There we go. Ciao.
Thanks for tuning in to the Just Steph Show. I really care about you, your happiness, and helping you make great choices for your life. So tune in next week for more wisdom from me. In the meantime, follow me on my Just Steph Facebook page, on Twitter at Steph Palermo. My Instagram account is JustSteph1, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Steph Palermo. See you next week. Ciao, ciao, baby.